So Brandon, getting a little bit closer on the Can-Am Renegade. This is Brandon's 2021 Can-Am Renegade, and he is putting on, as we speak, the beautiful IQ front bumper. Brandon, they ought to be able to see you coming now, that yellow, right?
Should be able to, yeah.
Hopefully. So, and listen, he's got the yellow front bumper, and then he went with the yellow exhaust. Sort of liking it. Don't know what it'll look like once we put the plastics on there. Brandon did buy some brand new front yellow plastics. It's going to be black on the back. I think gray in here, I think. And then obviously the yellow front bumper. So we should be able to pick him out when he's coming through the woods and then coming toward us. Of course, he'll have the Spider graphics all over it too. So we don't know. Of course, it'll cover a lot of that stuff up. But anyway, pretty excited the way that it'll turn out. And also, as you can see, this is full-blown 4x4 quad build mode right now. You see a bunch of empty boxes. Some boxes got things in them. There's still some stuff over there. But listen, Brandon's got a long way on that thing. And I mean, it actually, you know, looks like a machine now. Got the radiator put in tonight. He's working on the front bumper. Front diff, did that last night. I didn't get no video of that. I did take the Visco lock out of that. I do have a video on removing the Visco a couple of videos ago. So if you guys are interested in learning how to remove the Visco lock in your front diff, I did a video on that here, I don't know, a couple of 3 weeks ago. So you could go back and view that channel or view that video if you're interested in doing that. But anyway, I did it up there last night. Along with Brandon working on that, I've been working on this. And this is a green machine, and I've got the front diff in it. This is the one I had to weld all the bolts or the holes up in here. That turned out absolutely beautiful, and it's worked out really good. But got the BNR Motorsport shock mounted here, rotors, DP brake pads, got all that stuff on there. So I've got to mount the shock on. You'll see the shocks laying up here. I've got to clean these things up. These things are dirty from where Michael Aurelia was riding them last year. We have not done nothing with them, so those are beyond the green machine. Because remember, I had to come and get the shocks off this four-wheeler to put on this four-wheeler for the races the other day, because Brandon blew out a shock in practice. So you'll see the custom axis on this one now. Okay, this is the one that he raced at FTR Florida Trail Riders this past weekend. So that's the reason why those shocks are missing off that. Whenever I come back into town to deal with my mother's stuff, I want to let you guys know too, my mom is doing a lot better. She's still in the hospital. She actually broke, not her tailbone, she actually broke her pelvic bone, and which is probably a little worse. And she's still in the hospital, and probably going to go to rehab after the hospital stay, probably 4 or 5 days in the hospital, and then she's going to go to rehab. Not sure how long she's going to be in rehab, but still in a lot of pain. Listen, my mom's tough cookie, okay, and but she's doing the best she can. But I appreciate all the guys, all you guys asking about her and messaging me and private messaging me about my mom. I really appreciate that, because my mom means a lot to me. But anyway, so what happened was when I come Saturday to check on her, Brandon had called me about the shock. So I come home and I pulled the shocks off the green machine. This is the quad we call the green machine because it was green there. So it is no longer going to be green. It's going to be orange now. Okay, I'm installing this. This is the IQ front bumper that I had raced on my Can-Am Renegade back when I was racing. Also, this is sort of a reddish, but we do have some orange pipes, HMF pipes like that, that color there laying around here somewhere. So I'm going to try to get this quad here done in the next couple of days for Brandon to be able to test it, maybe on Saturday. What's today, Brandon? Wednesday? Yeah, so today's Wednesday. So we're going to try to get this thing all buttoned up so he could test it. The Can-Am 850 Renegade ran really well this past weekend, so all we did is washed it and cleaned it, and it's parked right now for a backup plan for Gncc in about a week and a half. So this time next Wednesday, 7 days from today, we have to be loaded up and prepared to head to Union, South Carolina for our first GNCC round 1 and Big Buck, okay? So that is our backup plan. So that bike is going to be parked, and we will make our decision whether we get that one done. You know what I mean? So we got to get this one done, and he's got to ride a little bit this weekend, which is what we got planned. We're still waiting on a few nuts and bolts and clips here and Zerk fittings and just little stuff. And thought it was going to be here today. Got here today and it's not here. Obviously you can see that it's dark. Brandon's been here for a couple hours. We let him off a little bit earlier today to come home and get started on this stuff. And then Karen and I had to deliver some carts and do some other stuff this afternoon. So I didn't get here until literally 10 minutes ago. So it is pitch black dark. So Brandon's been working on this thing here, trying to get it. Oh, there's these pipes over here. I was going to show you. So they are like an orange color. There's the pipes that he removed there. So those are the pipes that I raced on the Can-Am Renegade that I raced last year. So they're going to go, or the IQ front bumper is going to go on this quad, and the pipes on this quad are pretty good shape. So we're going to leave them on there for time being. But anyway, we've got an extra set there. So Kyla, you guys, I lost a lot of the video from the race the other day. I got all of Brandon's race, and I thank Keith for helping me do the settings. A lot of these 4x4 seniors, Seegers come down the other day. I can't remember who all, Brian Russell was there. All those guys are from GNCC that ride 4x4s, and we appreciate them coming down. We had a great time with those guys, and I think they had a good time too. But anyway, Keith actually helped me do some settings on the GoPro, so we was able to get the whole race of Brandon. So what I did is on the sideline, I got 2 GoPros. On the sideline, we had messed with some of the settings, and the darn app that I use, it says it's not supported. Anyway, I don't know enough about it yet. Going to learn a lot. So I was not able to take the sideline narration of the race and incorporate it into the race video. So I give you guys a lot of Brandon racing the other day, last Saturday, because of that reason. So that's all getting ready to change. I got my computer, and Keith is gonna help me a little bit, and he's got a wonderful YouTube channel, and he does a lot of the racing and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I can't think of the name of it right quick, but it's I can't think of it. But anyway, and I apologize, Keith. I will shout you out the next time. But anyway, he's going to help me in South Carolina set up the editing software on my computer, so I don't have that issue. Because right now I'm doing everything on my cell phone. I'm doing all the editing and all on my cell phone, and it takes a lot of time. I get up early in the morning, and I constantly work on my YouTube channel every single morning, even though I'm not posting content. I'm trying to learn and trying to post things, and or learn how to post things and how to just do things. Okay, so that's going to get a little bit better. So, but anyway, Kyla. So I was going to get back to Kyla. So you guys didn't get to see Kyla. So Kyla had a great start, and she took off. I think she was in 5th or 6th on the start. Brandon's tightening something. So she was about 5th or 6th on the start, and I think she was like 2nd in her class on the first lap, and that darn blow-by tube in the top, the little nipple. This is the new motor, remember that? So the nipple was stock that was pressed in. It blew that darn thing out, and oil went all over the four-wheeler, ended her day. And that girl was so devastated. I've never seen her as devastated as she was, and I felt really, really bad, because Brandon and I are the mechanics, and we got to take care of her quad, and we neglected to put the BNR mod on there, and I've got it. And so we got to pull the valve cover off her four-wheeler and put that mod in there, that little elbow. And anyway, I feel bad. I still feel bad about that. That girl was devastated. She did not want to talk on the GoPros, and I don't blame her. She finally did. I did get an interview with her, and but obviously I just explained to you what happened with the video. So anyway, but the quad ran really well. She really, really liked it. Loved the way it handled, loved the power, that kind of stuff. So we're gaining on it. It just really, really sucks. Still feel bad about it. So we'll fix it. We'll fix it. And she's coming down this weekend, and she's going to ride this thing, okay? And we're gonna get better. And every little thing that happens, it seems like we learn something. And dang it, we learned about that. So, but anyway, let me walk over here. Brandon, you got anything to say, or you're just in like full-blown race mode. Yeah, race mode, trying to get everything finished up. Yep. So, what's it look like? Where you at?
It's looking good. We'll be done by this weekend, as long as we're not missing nothing.
Unless we don't get some of the parts that we thought we was going to get, supposed to have gotten today, but didn't come here.
Next day, so they should have been here today.
Should have been here today. We've looked all over everywhere. Although you did find a package laid by the gate out there.
Yeah, but that was just back order stuff.
So,
which is unimportant, but
it's kind of crazy how they're just throwing packages out. You know what I mean? So, but you had a good race this weekend. Of course, I didn't get the interview of the race, but you ran really well. I did show the viewers, obviously, of the little bit of the race, and you had a hammer down on this Can-Am Renegade.
Yeah, felt good this weekend. Yeah, the interview, the bike rode good. The extra shocks actually handled quite well, I thought. Actually very impressed with the way the bike handled. So now that we have down a set of shocks, it kind of sucks for us, but I think we're gonna be able to work through it. We're gonna send them shocks up to B&R, get them to redo those shocks, and then we're gonna be down a bike essentially because of the shocks. So yeah. We're gonna have to swap shocks around at some point in time before this weekend, but we'll be able to figure them all out.
Yeah, but and also I was gonna say too, you was with some good company this weekend. It looked like a during Gncc XC1 row this weekend. I think I think somebody said that we were only missing Boris and Jared McClure.
We're missing like
it wasn't just a few, yeah, it was just a few guys and there, but everybody was there, boy. And boy, they put on a show for us and ran really well. And Hunter Hart's looking really good. Obviously Fowler. Then McGill was there. I hadn't seen McGill all year, and boy, he looked really impressive too. So all those guys are running really good. But of course, Johnny G, you was there. You got to race with Johnny G a little bit. You enjoy racing with Johnny G.
Oh yeah, Johnny's a good guy to run with and talk to and just be around all the way around.
And then Josh Merritt, he was there. I was really happy to see him. I did not get to speak to none of those fellas just because we were tied up doing other things, obviously more important things. But anyway, I will see them here in about a week and a half. So. You excited about going to South Carolina?
Yeah, I want to get everything done. Just want to get all the stuff done before this weekend. At least it'd be nice.
You feel like you're prepared, like mentally and physically, or you just feel like there's always work to do, right?
I just feel like I've been working on the same bike for 5 weeks straight.
Between this and the golf carts is about to wear us out, isn't it? Yeah. So, and I think most people understand the hours that goes into this. It's just amazing. I mean, you work. You know,
honestly, it's easy work. It's really not hard.
Okay.
Just a lot of little bolts, a lot of little stuff. It just takes a lot of time.
It's just a lot of time. I had a guy talk to me this morning, one of the racers at FTR. He come to our kart shop, and I said these things are not like working on a sport bike. No. Every bolt and nut is hard to get to, and they're aggravating. Okay, but boy, are there loads of fun. You know what I mean? But anyway. All right, so we're hoping to get this thing, hope to get some plastics on this thing for maybe tonight or tomorrow, right? Start rocking.
It would have been nice if we would have got some parts today. Then I could have finished up the front end, the rear end, all that stuff could have been done and sort of been ready just for plastics. But yeah, it's unfortunate it didn't come today, so sort of just doing a lot of little stuff.
We'll get it tomorrow. We'll work at it again tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's no big deal, but it does. It sucks that. It's just a little stuff, but you did get your new flex bars in though.
Yep.
And got those all mounted up last night. He's waiting on hand grips. But the flex bars, man, who's the guy you're dealing with over there? Logan really hooked Brandon up on these things, and we appreciate what he does. But really, all the the gloss black is looking really good. I know it's not fancy and all that kind of stuff, but we didn't want fancy. We wanted something that looked normal, and but this thing. They did a good job. Mr. Davis and his crew up there did a good job on the powder coating and everything. So I'm pretty impressed with the way it's turning out, Brandon. I think I'm gonna like it. Okay, I think the yellow plastics and black, I think that'll look pretty good. You know what I mean? And then whenever Spider Graphics, Austin at Spider Graphics does his magic, I think it's gonna look really, really tight. Okay, yeah, it's gonna look really, really good. So we also got rotors and hats and all that stuff we got to put on, right? We've got all that stuff, new bolts. So anyway, all right, so. There it is. So I don't know however many minutes. I can't see how many minutes that is, but it's a lot of minutes of catching up. But sometimes it takes that to just get you guys caught up because I want to keep you guys up to date and where we're at, and what we're doing, and we're working, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. Okay, I know firsthand of the work and the stress that's involved in this. Our first outing is going to be next weekend, and which is about 10 days from now, 11 days from now, and we're all stressed out. But listen, life's about having fun, and we're going to go have a great time. No matter where we finish, how we do it, we are going to have a good time. I can promise you that. At least my bunch is. And so very, very excited about that, and can't wait. So also excited for Brandon. I mean, I'm really, really excited for Brandon. I know he don't feel like that he's prepared enough, and I don't think nobody ever feels like they're 100% prepared as far as physical, you know what I mean? But Brandon rides really well. He just don't get a lot of time to train, and and it's just because we work a lot, and he and I and my wife is Victory Golf Carts. It's all three of us, and that's it. There's no more. There's only three of us, so it's hard for any of us to take off. And we work up there all day, and then come home and wrench on these things. And we enjoy this, and enjoy the golf carts too, and been very busy. And but we just enjoy it. We like building things, and then our fun is going to race. So I'm excited to bring you guys some videos of the race. Hey Brandon, so I was wanting to put a GoPro on Brandon's on the rear bumper here, but you act like you didn't want it on the rear bumper. So
well, when it falls off and we lose a $500 GoPro.
Yeah, so Brandon's afraid it's going to fall off here. I thought it'd be pretty cool to have one facing backwards, one facing forward, and then me doing a little bit of narration on the sideline. I don't know. We might try it. I may sneak one in there, right before he gets ready to start or something. Who knows? You know what I mean? But I was going to do that this weekend. He would not let me. So anyway, it's pretty cool. All right. So let me put this thing down. Let's go over here, and we got to get to work. All right, so Brandon, I wanted to come over here and get the video going before you tried to start this thing. So Brandon has the radiator in it, the fans on it, got water in it, and these are the plastics.
All that stuff's up there is just for the key, and then obviously this piece here is important for it to start as well. So everything just to start it, just to see if everything's going to react right. Because I think I have everything plugged in. That's important. Everything else is just the plastics.
You got the battery hooked up? Yep. Okay, the battery's hooked up, so don't have an air filter in it.
No air filter. But
so, what do you think?
Try it.
You gonna try it? All right. So it's been how long since this motor's been ran? Oh my goodness. Early summer. No. 8 months probably. Yeah, April. Yeah. So it was in another bike. So, all right. Well, the battery's up. Yeah. Fuel pump's pumping. Oh my God, dude. Hey, that's a Can-Am for you right there. Man, that battery, how long has that battery been sitting?
That 8 months, I'd say.
That's amazing. That's crazy, Brandon. That's crazy. Oh boy, look at that. I don't know if you guys see that. That thing's smoking. Oh yeah, those HMF pipes are smoking there. So anyway, that makes you excited, Brandon.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Right?
A lot of stuff's been touched on this thing.
I know, right?
Right up like that.
That's the first time we've ever did. This is our first ever complete rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, heck yeah, let's get it done. I'm ready to ride it now, right? I'm ready for you to ride it. So, all right, well, cool. Damn, dude, that's exciting. All right, so I've got all the shocks mounted on this thing here. Brandon's been working on that. I've been working on this. We're sort of at the same stages. Also, although I'm a little bit behind him. So I've got the shocks all mounted. The radiator's sitting in there. I've got to connect all that stuff there. I had to replace these two little drummets that go down here up underneath here. I had to replace those. This is a used radiator. That is a new one. We put a new fan and radiator on that. This is an original one here, and it looks to be in pretty good shape. So, but anyway, got the shocks all mounted, and I'm going to bolt this radiator down. And yeah. Oh, and then we took all this stuff loose here from the ECM the other day to do all the welding and everything. We just disconnected it and also disconnected the battery when I was doing that welding there. So anyway, just to just to not have no problems. Of course, I still got to put that IQ front bumper on. So, hey, pretty exciting, Brandon. Dang, it's getting cold out here. Dang, nose is running. But anyway, pretty excited.
Yeah, very exciting.
So, you know, it's a lot further than what it looks. It looks just like a.
It's honestly really close.
Yeah, I mean, you put the plastics on it, got to put the brakes on it, got to put the new top hats,
shock,
and rotors and shocks on it.
I mean, suspension wise, like, I mean, sway bar, A-arms, trailing arms, axles.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole 9 yards is all done. So.
It's all done, yeah. So anyway, so yeah, we're rocking out on it. So I got to get this thing here done so I can get it off this lift. This is a Byron Russell lift. Anyway, so you guys that are inquiring about these lifts, the way we're going to work that is we're not quite sure exactly the details, but we have been talking about Brian Russell. He's been coming to FTR races and racing with us, although he's going to do nationals too. So the way we're going to work those lifts is he is going to build 5 of them, give them to us, and then we're going to distribute them. So you guys can pick them up at the races or whatever. They are quite heavy, so they're a little bit heavier than what we want to ship at this point. So if you guys are interested in those, I'm not quite sure. He hasn't told us yet, right? He's still going through I think his nephew or his son or whatever was building them or helping him build them anyway. They're still, so we're not ready yet, but that's what's going to happen. That's how we're going to distribute them is he's going to build us 5, give them to us, and you guys are more than welcome. You can purchase them straight from Brandon, and then that's how we're going to do that. But anyway, I got to get this darn thing done so we can get it off that lift. This thing's been sitting here way too long, and we got to get it off this lift so we can use it here. So, and also, like Brandon, I want to get this thing running here too. So he made me excited when he started that thing over there. But that's pretty amazing. But anyway, hey, good things happen to good people sometimes. So Brandon got the plastics all put together here, the yellow plastics. Got the black all on there and key switch in there. So he's getting ready to throw those on, I guess, right, Brandon? But we're getting ready to go in for tonight. Yep. So it's already gotten late on us again, but got all this stuff back here. I mean, we're pretty much rocking out on it, right?
Yeah, back here we forgot a
we had to put that axle on there.
This little centerpiece here. We forgot to put that in, so we had to take pretty much
the dip back out. And this little bolt right here is the devil too. So yeah, so Brandon had to take
all the dip bolts out. So
yeah, but
sort of aggravating, but I mean,
we thought we could get it in there without it, but anyway, we won't forget that again, right? Yeah. But anyway, it's our first one we've ever did. So
so we started up, the radiator's in it, front bumper's put on, all the front end's tight.
What else we got? Well, what's remaining? Brakes,
brake shocks, the rotors and the
top hats,
axle nuts, and
plastics,
just odds and ends like handlebar grips.
Yeah,
I mean we're close.
That should have been here tonight, but some reason why it didn't get here today, I don't know. Brandon next day some stuff just to try to get it here, but
we also got to put a rear diff drain bolt in.
Yes, our filler plug. Yes, we have pit oil in the front diff here and the front diff in that one. We have pit oil in there, but anyway, and of course this one needs. We're going to run it. We're going to do an oil service and all that stuff, and you know that's the motor that was in that other quad. So, but anyway, yeah, I think it's coming along pretty good. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's already gotten late and cold, so I think we're getting ready to go in for tonight, and we'll come out here tomorrow again and hit it again. So, but looking better anyway.
If I can get them parts tomorrow, I mean, I'm hoping. Well, I got to take shocks off that bike to be able to put on this bike. But I mean, essentially, I should have a rolling fuller tomorrow night, I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, all tires should be able to go on tomorrow, shocks, and then plastics and the handlebars.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting close.
Yeah, getting close. And then the bike I'm working on is about the same stage as this one at all, except I got brakes on that one over there. So anyway, we're hoping to get everything. Running So we can do a little bit of riding and testing this weekend. Obviously, this thing here needs to get tested in the road a little bit, just to make sure we haven't missed nothing and that kind of stuff. But being that you blew out your shocks this weekend, so we're going to have to rob the axis off the 850.
One full, essentially.
Yeah, we're going to have to rob the shocks off the 850, put on this one just so he could ride it. And may race it like that. We don't know. We don't know whether we're going to get the other ones in back in time or not. You know, obviously we just blew them out, and or something's happened to them. More than likely a seal or something's blown out. So, but anyway, but getting close, Brandon. Before you know it, it'll be time to load up and go. So I'm excited. I think you got a lot done tonight, and at least we heard it run.
Yeah.
So haven't heard it run. So
we're a week away from loading one puller in the shop.
Yeah, yeah. So we got to get everything, done, and plus we got to get Kyla's bike done too. So she's coming over, going to ride this weekend. So, all right. So let's put everything up and get ready to go inside, right? So I'm pretty much exhausted. I think Mom's got dinner done, which will more than likely be cold. So, all right, we're gonna wrap this thing up, and we just want to give you guys an update of where we're at, and what we're doing here in the shop, and how things are moving along. And they're coming. And, you know, I think we're going to be okay. I mean, just excited to hear this thing run. And so he's going to work on that one. I'm going to work on this one here tomorrow night. And we should be able to rock all this stuff out and get it all done. So, as always, guys, we appreciate you watching our videos. Like, comment, and share. And maybe subscribe if you want, if you like what you see. And we were getting better, and hopefully we'll get better. And so I've got some exciting things to come up. We're going to sit down and do an interview with Brayden and I, and you know, get some backstories of our, you know, how I grew up and that kind of stuff. We've got that coming along. So we're trying to get these four-wheelers finished first, and then we're going to try to take some time to sit down and do that, so we can talk a little bit about who we are and what drives us and that kind of stuff. And but anyway, as always, appreciate it, guys, and I thank you for everything. And until next time, we'll see you.